Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. I'm at Motorcycle Live 2022. I'm here at the BMW stand, which you can see behind me. It is emptying out a bit now, but it's been absolutely rammed all day. I think the show's about to close, so I'm going to have a quick run round and show you what's here before the doors go. So first up, we have some old favourites, but these are the trophy versions of the 1250 GS. I must admit, I need to check what exactly has changed on here to make it the trophy version. Someone's triggered the SOS on the emergency call there. And then we have another one. Well, that's a fine looking bike. That looks pretty much the same as mine. So I have one of those. We then have an 850 GS Adventure TE, which is their middleweight one with the gold wheels there. And then down here at the end, we have an 850 Trophy as well, which again, I think has got a few bells and whistles extra. Well, here, this is the baby GS, so I have ridden one of these. But yeah, this is the new version. This is a rally version. I actually quite like that paint job. When I saw how it was described with that particular colour, I really wasn't sure, but looking at that now, yeah, I do quite like the look of that. Carrying on, we've got a 750 GS in the middle in black. It's the triple black. And then here we have another version that's got the Vario panniers on it. I mean, they actually look pretty big. You get a fair amount of luggage space in there. That's just got the single seat there. You can see the quick shifter. And actually, if you want to see what the cockpit looks like, you've got the tank coming over. It looks very similar to my 1250 even, with the BMW TFT. And the navigator in the front there. We have another 1250 GS TE. I'm not going to dwell on that. Oh, that's the low suspension one. It's kind of hard to demonstrate when you're 6'1", but I'm sure that suits some people. And then we have the 1250 GS Adventure TE triple black, which is just a brute of a thing. And I think that's got the optional engine casings there, which look very shiny indeed. Coming around here, we've got their CEO4 electric scooter. And then we've got the two versions of the C400. So we've got the GT in there. And then the C400X, which I did ride once when my 1250 GS was in for a service, and actually I really enjoyed it. We have a few more Tourers now, so we've got the K1600 BLE, which is their big inline six bagger. It's a jet fighter with luggage. I've ridden the more upright version, but you know what, just to see that with that massive tank and just the size of that screen, I think the screen's bigger than what I have in my car. It's definitely a different approach to a big Tourer, but yeah, that looks absolutely nuts. That's about £23,000 here in the UK, but if I can get far enough away, you can see just how epic that bike is. In here we now have a 1250 RT LE, again with the fancy cylinder heads. It's got quite a nice sparkly black paint job. Into the middle we have another 1250 RT, this time in blue. I won't go through all of these. I think we have another one over there in blue and white, because you have a lot. There's another one over there in a lighter blue with the brown seats, and I'm just reading things now, but I can give you a quick look at them. And then here we have another bagger, but this one's actually got quite a significant back seat for the rear passenger. That looks like they've put some speakers in there as well. Yeah, built into that top box. I mean, they really are epic, I think. And here we have the big upright Taurus. That's the K1600, but this is in the GT version. So yeah, it's much more upright than the bagger. I mean, they do have that little indication on the side, just the end of the block with the 6. But yeah, just an incredible vehicle. Best part of £25,000. If you're going to cross continents on surface roads, yeah, it's a really comfortable place to be. I think the GTL is a slightly longer wheelbase version. And here we have the R19 Urban GS. So this is still the older version of the Boxer Twins, the older 1200, but they've got quite a few variants of it, and I think they all look pretty smart. I particularly like this one here with this green, white and gold paint job on it. Up the back here we have a few R18s cruisers. They've just got this massive 1800cc Boxer Twin. I have done a test ride on one of these and I loved it. We even have a R18 bobber here, just with a single seat. Big Akrapovic pipes down the side, and yeah, quite incredible motorcycles. I think just as Harley Davidson were looking to do something new, BMW thought they'd take a step back and just do some really quite exceptional engineering. I remember when I rode this, they've got little things all over it that just remind you that this is built in Berlin, both there and on the very minimalistic dash. When you see some of the TFT screens you get on bikes these days, you realise just how little they really need to make them work. So up here we have the M bikes. So this is taking the already fairly nutter S1000RR and S1000R and giving them the M treatment. Anyone who's seen any of the M cars, you'll know exactly just how special those are. Here we have John McGuinness come to have a bit of a look. I know it's not a Honda, but I'm sure he'll enjoy it. So yeah, I'm being moved out now, so I'll give you a quick close-up on that, and then I'll move around and look at the S1000R. So the S1000 one here we have on this side, which again looks absolutely brutal and nutter. They've both got aero on them. I'm sure they need it because they just turned up to the absolute max. I mean, I can't really get close enough so it's harder to get further away to give you a really good look at that. But hopefully you can see what that S1000M really looks like. Almost done. So here's the S1000XR TE Touring Edition. So that's based on the inline 4. Slightly alternative version. In fact, they've grouped it in with the sports bikes rather than putting it with the GS and the other Boxer twins around the other side. We do have an R1250RS in here, which is the Boxer twin, but it's like their touring version. It doesn't have that power lever, telelever suspension setup. It's just got a conventional fork at the front. An R1250R naked, so that's very similar but without the big screen, but that one does have a little touring screen. I think we're nearly done. Yeah, a couple more. Here we have a G310R Sport, which actually looks quite striking there in the red. F900XR, so that's their touring bike based around the 900 twin that replaced the old outgoing 850. And then we have the F900R naked bike to complement that. So that was a really quick run round this pretty big stand here at Motorcycle Live for BMW. And they have had a lot of events going on in the arena over there all day, but frankly trying to get in and do some filming was pretty much impossible. So there we go, that was my very quick run round the BMW stand here at Motorcycle Live. As you can see, it's really emptied out behind me now. That's because the show has been closed for 5 or 6 minutes. So I managed to linger on to get this done because trying to get it done at any other time is nearly impossible. One thing I haven't been able to show, but if I can get a clip, I'll add it in separately, is that they were demonstrating the drift mode on the S1000R earlier with a lot of smoke for the crowd. But yeah, hopefully that's been interesting and useful. It's given you a bit of a taste of what BMW are doing at the moment. Please check out my other content from Motorcycle Live if you wish. Thanks for watching.